Search has changed forever. Again. Google is now showing AI-generated search to hundreds of millions of users in the US, and will release them to over 1 billion users worldwide by the end of the year. And if that wasn't enough, new multimodal AI models from Google and OpenAI threaten to change the entire paradigm of how people find information and solve problems. But if people are getting AI answers for all their searches, how are you going to get traffic to your website? I'm Mark Webster, and welcome to this week's edition of Authority Hacker News. This video is brought to you by Search Intelligence. Stay tuned to learn more about them. But now let's dive into this week's marketing news. Google's annual I/O event just dropped some bombshells for publishers. The headline, AI Overviews. Searchers in the US will now see AI-generated answers at the top of most queries. This is powered by Google's Gemini AI, which was launched in May 2023 as part of the Search Generative experience, or SGE. These overviews give concise summaries of the top results, suggested follow-up questions, and clickable link boxes for more info. The traditional search results still exist, but you need to scroll down further on the page to see those. And while this product isn't without its flaws, Google does think it's ready for the mass market today. Publishers are understandably worried. Google's essentially summarizing their content and serving it directly to users. Some are accusing Google of stealing their content and suggesting a class action lawsuit. And one Twitter user is even accusing Google of violating their own spam policies. But are these overviews really going to change the search landscape? Well, let's explore their capabilities. Perhaps the biggest threat to publishers comes from the multi-step reasoning capabilities. You can ask complex questions, complete with nuance and caveats, all in one query. Let's say you search for find the best yoga or Pilates studio in Boston and show me details on their intro offers and walking time from Beacon Hill. You'll see a custom results page that provides all of that information in one place. A few days ago, that query would have been broken up into multiple searches, each of which might have led to a different website. Google also has the ability to help with planning. Ask it for a 3-day meal plan for a group that's easy to prepare, and Google will generate a detailed plan with options from various recipe sites. Note that it links to the source and doesn't give the recipe away in the overview. And you can even swap meals and export the ingredients list. If you're using it within Gemini and not Google, you can even access personal data to gain additional context. Take a query like, my family and I are going to Miami for Labor Day. My son loves art and my husband really wants fresh seafood. Can you pull flight and hotel info from Gmail and help me plan the weekend? It'll provide a detailed interactive itinerary that incorporates all those elements, complete with times for everything to ensure you don't miss your flight home. This completely removes the need for many search queries. And there's even more. Soon you'll be able to search with video. Google provides an example of someone troubleshooting a record player. Take a video and ask a generic question, why will this thing not stay in place? And an AI overview provides a step-by-step solution based on the specific model of the record player. And if that wasn't enough, Gemini will be baked into 200 million Android devices, nudging more people towards AI chatbots instead of search. So how will this affect marketers, and will your traffic tank? Well, Hema Buddharaju, a senior director at the AI Overviews project, told Barry Schwartz of Search Engine Land that the link cards within AI Overviews generate a higher click-through rate than traditional web search results. Sounds great, right? Well, I guess we'll see soon, as Google search representative John Mueller just shared that AI Overview impressions and clicks will be tracked in Search Console, with impressions, clicks, and position data available. Even if Buddharaju's statement is true, it's important to note that there are only a couple of link cards shown in AI Overviews. If big authority sites hog these spots, smaller publishers could be squeezed out again. It's really a winner-takes-all situation here. To temper things a bit, according to Bright Edge's research, Google has significantly reduced the number of results showing SGE at all. This happened sometime in the middle of April. They went from about 25% of search results not showing SGE at the start of April to around 65% of search results not showing SGE by the end of the month. That's a 40% decrease. Additionally, the height of the SGE element was also reduced about 15%. It's gone down from an average of 1200 pixels height down to just 1050 pixels. There's going to be a real impact on Google's ad revenue with this tech, so you can expect further tweaks as they find the right balance for what works for their user without impacting their golden goose. Still, there's no doubt that these changes are a major disruption in how businesses need to plan their content. Over time, we're likely to see behavior changes in the way people search, as they can ask longer, more natural sounding questions to Google and still get relevant answers. This means that keyword research, keyword tracking, traffic estimates, and pretty much the entire SEO ecosystem of metrics and tools are now going to be less reliable. This disruption could make SEO planning and reporting more art than science, for a while at least. Companies targeting English markets globally could see skewed results. Their SEO performance, rankings, and traffic in the US can vary significantly from the UK, Australia, and other territories where the full AI overviews rollout is not complete. A quick side note, with all these changes, staying informed is more important than ever, and 82% of you are not subscribed to this channel. We share the most impactful news from content marketing and search every single week, so make sure you subscribe and click that bell to avoid missing out. It's hard not to feel upset at Google. They've taken your rankings and now they're coming for your content. Is there any hope? Well, Google search liaison Danny Sullivan has a potential ray of sunshine for small publishers. While Google is busy thrashing small publishers, Sullivan has made the surprising admission that recent Google updates have hurt legitimate sites that publish good content. Travel site owner KTRC asked, "Why can't I get a manual review and appeal, but sites that initially appeared more spammy enough to justify a D-index deserve one?" And she's got a point. Spammy sites hit with manual actions know what to fix and can appeal, while legit sites like Katie's get nuked with no explanation and no clear path to recovery. Danny dropped a lengthy reply trying to clear things up. He admitted, "I've spent a huge amount of time looking at this feedback over the past few months. I fully recognize that there are small or independent sites that are diligently producing great content, but our systems aren't recognizing it as well as they should." Wow, that's a pretty big admission from Google, who aren't usually so open about their shortcomings. Does this mean that Google will be imminently fixing all of the poor rankings and restoring lost traffic? Well, unfortunately, it's not quite so simple. Danny explained that manual actions and algorithmic hits are different beasts. There's no way to manually lift an algorithmic action because the detection is pattern-based. You can't remove a site flagged as spammy or unhelpful. But there's some good news. Danny supports the idea of showing notices in Search Console for algorithmic actions, similar to manual actions. He's also discussed this with the search team and plans to revisit the idea. One concrete takeaway, a possible SERP feature highlighting small publishers. Nate Hake, CEO of Travel Lemming, suggested a discussions and forum-like feature for small publishers. Danny confirmed it's being considered. Don't get your hopes up though, as Danny ends his reply saying that this won't be done overnight. And it isn't the primary thing he's responsible for. He is just the messenger here, so change could take a while. It's still great though to see a positive and sincere response from Google on this issue. Our next story covers OpenAI's new model, which could completely change how people solve problems and find information and make your job 10 times easier. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, Search Intelligence. They recently ran a digital PR campaign that earned their client links in top news sites like The Mirror, Express, and Yahoo News. By analyzing Google search data for terms like fraud number and fraud helpline, they identified the top 5 UK banks where customers are suffering from fraud. They crafted a compelling press release, and within days, their story was featured in many major publications, landing 16 high-quality links. So if you're looking to boost your link building with a creative digital PR campaign, head on over to search-intelligence.co.uk. Alright, let's get back to the cutting-edge AI advancements. OpenAI just released their new ChatGPT-O model, and it's revolutionizing productivity. What's different about this compared to the ChatGPT-4 experience? Well, for starters, it's significantly smarter than ChatGPT-4. It beats ChatGPT-4 and other leading models like Claude's Opus or Gemini Pro 1.5 on virtually every benchmark. And it's also free for everyone. You don't need ChatGPT Plus to access this. This is a true multimodal AI model that integrates text, audio, and vision. You can feed it images, video, text, and audio, and ChatGPT will respond in as little as 232 milliseconds. For comparison, that's similar to human-level response time in a conversation, and this unlocks a world of capabilities. For example, the ChatGPT desktop app lets it view your screen. If you're having trouble fixing a technical problem on your website, you can simply ask ChatGPT to view your screen and walk you through the necessary fixes by voice without even switching window. And it can even write the necessary CSS or PHP code for you. That sounds much faster than making 20 separate searches, though WordPress tutorial websites might not be too happy about that. With these advancements, all that's left for OpenAI to become a true search contender is real-time info and default integration into popular devices, and both of those are very much in progress. Bloomberg has confirmed that Apple held private discussions with OpenAI on a deal to feature OpenAI's tech in iOS 18. This would bring the new model to more than 1.3 billion users and may signal the eventual replacement of Siri. OpenAI has also struck deals with global media companies like Dotdash Meredith, Le Monde, and Prisa Media to bring their content directly to ChatGPT users. This isn't just training for future GPT models. ChatGPT will display content and links attributed to these companies in relevant ChatGPT responses. And if these changes do come to fruition, it's really not hard to see OpenAI challenging Google at some point. And if all this wasn't enough, TikTok is now showing ChatGPT results at the top of some of their searches. Is there anywhere safe from AI? Look, let's get real. The AI takeover is finally here. The question now is how the average users are going to like it. Are they going to keep using Google and other sites the way they always have, or will there be a dramatic shift in habits, thus turning the marketing world upside down? Have your say in the comments below. But whatever ends up happening, we've got our pulse on the industry, and we'll be the first to let you know about the big changes you should be aware of and opportunities you can capitalize on. So make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell to get the latest marketing news from us. And if you like this video, you're definitely going to like this one right here.